RME and New Holland, proud sponsor of Curling Alberta's Summit of Champions. With 24 locations in Alberta, RME is your preferred CNH equipment dealer. RME, right by you.
Need extra space? We rocket storage. Try 4 weeks free at a location near you.
Sentinel Storage. Buy Canadian, store Canadian.
Brett, come on man, I know Aztec's #1 for online safety training, but we really should be out here practicing.
I know guys, I'll be right there. Just let me finish this course on gas detection. Wait, do you smell that?
Kayla, can you hear me?
Yep, I got you.
Awesome. Okay, well, let's just assume that everyone else now can hear us live on the air. Welcome to the 2026 RME New Holland Alberta Summit of Champions. This is draw number 1 action. I have Kayla Skrillik in the booth. My name's Jason Ginter. And yeah, happy to bring you tonight's matchup between Team Hilker and Team Hartwell. Okay, Kayla, just got word from our cameraman and production specialist, James. We are live. It sounds like all the technical difficulties have come and gone. So let's get this thing going. Kayla, welcome to the RME New Holland Alberta Summit of Champions. In the Okotoks, Alberta area, we have Team Hilker from the St. Albert Curling Club and Team Hartwell from the Thistle Curling Club. So it appears as though Team Hartwell starts with the last draw here. The teams would have had their 10-minute practice to start right before the game. Teams would draw the button for hammer. Team Hartwell was closer to the button at the start of the game. They started with the hammer. We have a center guard up in play, and we have a run back attempt from our third Corinne Flory on Team Hilker.
There's a button on the backside.
Okay, as long as I'm not muted,
Okay.
it's good.
Okay, you are good now.
Okay. All right, Jay, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Good.
All right. I think I must have been talking over you or vice versa.
No, it sounds like nobody could hear me, so it's good. I'm glad you introduced the teams.
Awesome. Okay. Can the audience hear me now?
I think Jeremy just texted and said we could hear you. So
Oh,
it's good.
perfect. Okay. So we're live, everyone. This is great. This is exciting. Welcome, everyone. This is the first combined men's and women's provincial championships we've had since COVID in lovely Okotoks, Alberta. I'll reintroduce myself just so we can just do a full restart here. My name is Jason Ginter. And in the booth with me is Kayla Skrillik, our reigning Alberta Women's Provincial Champion. And because you did so well last year, you didn't have to come back. So congratulations to you, first and foremost, for being pre-qualified into the Scotties Tournament of Hearts. We'll see who gets to join you this week.
Yeah, I'm excited not to be here. The competition looks steep, so I think I'm happy to not be in the field, even though the ice looks great. Mike does a great job. The Okotoks Curling Club does a great job of running this event. I had the privilege of being my first women's provincials was in the Okotoks arena, just like this. So I'm excited for what they have to bring all week long.
And we have a dandy to start with here. It looks like we have, well, at least 2 members of the team that you played against in the finals last year. So
Yep.
for those of you that weren't familiar with last season's championship, Team Hilker, so Skip Krysta Hilker and third Corinne Fleury were on the Team Kaufman team that were runner-ups last season. They have since replaced 2 of their players. Nikki Kaufman actually just qualified for the Scotties herself out of the Northwest Territories. So that's super exciting for her, but you know, now it's her teammates' turn.
Yeah, and they had a great week last year at this provincial, so I'm excited for what especially the back end brings to the table. They could easily be in the playoffs here going into the weekend, so it'll be fun to watch them. Last year they, I think in one end, made like 6 runbacks in a row against us, so hopefully they put some rocks in play and we can see it again.
So there you go. We have it. Scouting report. Team Hilker, don't leave them the runbacks. It looks like they're starting with some rocks in play. They don't have the hammer to start. So, you know, as we were getting ourselves organized, we may have missed some of the first end. So for those that have been following along, we apologize. And we are now with you fully, making sure that we're bringing you the action here from the Murray Arena in Okotoks, Alberta.
Yep. Yeah, exactly. It's nice. I was gonna make a bet with you, Jay, on how many blanks we'd see in the first game at provincials, but we're off to a nice start here. Got 2 guards up, drawing around on third stones. This will be an interesting finish.
I am a gambler, but I don't know if I would gamble on the number of blank attempts or blanks. I think I just want to encourage rocks in play. Let's see the least amount of blanks we can. Let's make this an exciting Monday night for the viewers.
Yeah, that's what you guys are going to do on Tuesday in the afternoon, right? Lots of rocks in play. No blank ends.
Well, I don't want to give away any of our secrets, Kayla, but yeah, we'll see. I guess you'll have to come into the Murray Arena and find out yourself. So you can buy tickets, I think both at the arena and online. So come out to Okotoks. Let's see some of the province's best all week. So starting Monday night tonight, and it'll run all the way through Sunday. So there's a little plug for anyone that is in the area. Please come down and watch some curling. Support the curlers.
Yeah, I love to hear it. All right, we got a freeze attempt. Oh no, just a draw. Sorry, last rock already. And it looks like it's curling a ton. Nah, no sweat.
Sweepers like it.
Yeah, perfect.
There we are. First score of the event goes to Team Hartwell. They get a single point, and we will come back to you live when we come back.
RME and New Holland, proud sponsor of Curling Alberta's Summit of Champions. With 24 locations in Alberta, RME is your preferred CNH equipment dealer. RME, right by you.
Need extra space? We rocket storage. Try 4 weeks free at a location near you.
Sentinel Storage. Buy Canadian, store Canadian.
Curling Alberta's 50/50 supports grassroots curling with a jackpot of at least $50,000. I know! Brace yourself. Join us aged 18 plus in nurturing these future curling stars. Support grassroots curling with Curling Alberta.
Welcome back to the Murray Arena in Okotoks, Alberta. We're live with draw number 1 action at the 2026 RME New Holland Alberta Summit of Champions, presented by Best Western Hotel and Resorts and Sentinel Storage. I'm proud to introduce the teams. We have throwing the red stones. We have Team Hilker, representing the St. Albert Curling Club. Lead Sydney Libis, second Jamie Scott, third Corinne Fleury, and skip Krysta Hilker. They would have been the number 5 seed. They qualified through the Alberta Curling Tour. So congratulations to them. They didn't have to participate in our provincial qualifiers, and they got right into the event.
That's nice.
Yeah, it's one of those things with the Alberta Curling Tour. Two teams each year get to go right through, avoid the provincial qualifiers, and get right into these provincial championships. Then we have Team Hartwell from the Thistle Curling Club. Lead Jolene Tim, second Heather Steele, third Ocean Pletz, and skip Michelle Hartwell. And they did get through the Grand Prairie qualifier.
Yeah, both rinks have competed quite a bit on the Alberta Curling Tour this year. I don't know if they've matched up against each other yet, though, so this will be interesting. And they are not, neither team is afraid of rocks, so we should see more rocks as the game goes on. They learn the ice. We're still seeing a ton of overcurl, so I know it's freshly papered rocks. And it's arena ice, which will be a first of the season for both of these teams, I think. So we might lean towards the overcurl more than normal, but should make for some interesting curling.
And it's nice to see we have the corner guard up. Team Hilker doesn't want to, they'd like to start as soon as possible trying to generate some offense. So our number of blanks, I think we're looking at the over or the under here.
I agree.
Number of blank attempts. If Darren was in the booth, he would be talking about Blanksville as much as he could. So let's try to avoid that. That's going to be the one and only time today.
That sounds good. We might not see a blank anyway, so we might be in the clear.
I'm going to see if I can pull up our head-to-head matchup numbers to see if these two teams have played each other. I know that the Hartwell team, at least Michelle, was the skip at the club championship nationals. So
yeah.
I know that they have their experience in the arena potentially there, if it was in an arena. But they did represent Alberta at least once this year.
Oh, that's awesome. That's great. For the head-to-head, Krysta Hilker, it's been a little while since she skipped. She played with, as you said before, Nikki Kaufman for a number of seasons before Nikki went to the territories to go to the Scotties there just, I think, 2 weeks ago, maybe 3 weeks ago. But she has 2 head-to-head games against Michelle. Both times Michelle has won. Back in 2016 in the Crestwood Ladies Fall Classic, Michelle won 6-5, and then in the 2022 provincial qualifier, Michelle won 11-5. So it's definitely time for Krysta to maybe swing the numbers a little bit. You'd say she's due, but we'll see how the game goes.
So I know this is a relatively new team as far as the 4 of them have curled together for Team Hartwell. I know that they would have entered the provincial qualifiers, obviously, but I knew that Heather was playing with a different team before joining up with Michelle Hartwell for the provincial qualifiers. So there may be some, little growing pains as far as just learning each other, how each other throw. But in the provincial qualifier itself, I think they went through undefeated. So
wow.
So they've played maybe 2 games together and they won them both.
That's perfect. You can just stop there, just keep winning. No need to put L on the board.
There we have Jamie Scott with a run back attempt.
Easy. Perfect run back. Even rolls back to the center. That's great.
Yeah, she'll like that. That start to the week. If you make that first run back attempt, it's just it's starting the week very well for Jamie. See if Ocean Pletz can respond with a run back of her own.
Looks like no sweeping yet. Oh, a little bit of knifing. It looks not bad. Pretty good. Just stuffs it a little bit. Over curled.
Yeah, just too much curl, too much knifing.
I hate when that happens.
Yep. So you will see that we do have the metallic colored handles this week at the Alberta Provincials, but the hog lines are not activated, I guess. So the handles are different colors, but there will be officials manning the hog lines rather than the sensors themselves. So one thing that Curling Alberta has decided to do this year is be a little more diligent on the hog lines. So we do have, it looks like we have an official manning at least one end, maybe both ends as the games go. So if there is a little pause in the action, a rock being pulled, you'll know that the officials are just out there doing their job, and no one's getting away from being, a hip over the hog line.
That's good, Jay. Have you ever played where an official has pulled a rock for a hog line violation? Or has it just been with the handles? The rocks
Last year, actually.
Oh.
Last year at the men's provincials, we were a sheet next door, but I think it was a team maybe on the Libis, or a player on the Libis team that had their rock pulled. So they didn't get away with it then, and they won't now.
Wow, that's crazy. But good for the standing their ground. I'd be scared.
Back in it was in like 2002 or something. My father was an official, and he pulled a rock back when it was before the censored handles, and it was a pretty. I think it prolonged the game, as it turned out. It would have been handshakes if he didn't pull it, and then they pulled it, and the other team decided to keep playing.
Brutal.
Mm-hmm.
I've definitely been close on the hogline violations, but I've never had one. The handles last year we played with them, and I think this is the last time maybe Curling Alberta played with them at our women's provincials, and there were quite a few mistaken hogline violations that we looked back on that weren't. So I'm glad they switched to officials instead of keeping the handles in this case.
I think the goal is to get the handles back, but
yeah.
I think the organizations across the world are just wanting to make sure that they work correctly first, and then they can trust them. And then as soon as they do, then we'll see a lot more of the lights back.
Yeah, I agree. I think there's new handles for the Olympics actually that have been tried and tested and will work.
There we go. Now all the teams here at the Alberta Provincials can practice with at least the right colored handles, and and then eventually they get the lights. Got to work their way in, acclimatize first.
Yeah, exactly. When we played our first Scotties, Ashton had played on the lights for the first time in, I think, like 4 years since our junior national days. And her first rock thrown at the Scotties was a hogline violation. Went viral. Super sad. But it's good to get acclimatized.
Yeah, I like to make sure I set one off in pre-event practice, so then I get that one out of the way. And then I don't have to worry about burning the first one.
Yeah, me too.
Ashton should have used that philosophy.
I'll have to tell her next time to just light one off.
Ashton, if you're listening, there's your advice. Yeah.
It worked out fine. We got 2, I think.
So
it's no big deal.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. So just burn your first rock every
exactly.
and you'll get a juice.
Keeps us on our toes.
Advice from Kayla Skrlik. Okay, so back in action here, we saw a collection of great run backs, some stuck, some not, but we do have what looks like a hit and stay here for Krysta Hilker to sit 2 in the rings. Looks like she's generating her deuce.
Yeah, not a super easy one. It looks, I think, when we saw on the camera, it's a little bit buried, so she'll have a little bit of a chase at it, but they've played it now a few times. So she knows the line, which is great.
all the teams were able to practice earlier today. So this might have been, it's kind of an in-between spot, but if they were to play a hack weight shot, it would be something close to the center line, you'd think. So we'll see if it runs like it did in practice. The sweepers are on it, making sure it gets by.
Oh, God.
What a great sweep.
What a great sweep. The sweepers made that one for her.
This young front end that Krysta and Corinne have picked up are already proving themselves. So good on them. Great sweep. So interesting strategy now from Michelle Hartwell. So she could just simply follow that rock down and try to play a hack weight and roll under, but it looks like she's taking the ice for the draw.
Yeah. Yeah, she could also, I think, play that hidden roll off the red if she wanted to get under and shot as well, but just a cold, hard freeze to the back of the forefoot. That's sort of Michelle's specialty, so we'll see if she can make it this time. If she makes it, it'll kill the whole end for Team Hilker. But if she misses, it's a pretty easy 3.
Sweepers are on it. They seem to like it early. Now they decided they need to get by this guard as it's curling.
It's definitely by the guard, but is it enough weight? All right. It's shot rock, but I think Krysta can get at it.
Pretty good result. It looks like it did get shot rock, and it's about half buried, maybe just a little under half buried.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Krysta's going to like where it ended up, though, because she'll be able to just throw the exact same shot she just played for the 3. So she'll know this track really well.
Yeah, exactly. If she just makes contact, she'll get her 2. So let's see if they play it a bit safe or go for a 3 in the line call. Sometimes your third gets a little bit scared calling it this close to the top one. They just try to guarantee that they get 2. So we'll see. Especially in your second end of your first game at provincials.
So here we are, last rock, second end. Krysta Hilker. Finesse hit for a potential 3 points.
They like it out of the hand, I think. Curling it. Yeah, and just a little bit safe there.
But just rolled through the rings. That'll be a 2-point score for Team Hilker. They'll lead 2-1 when we come back.
Welcome to the RockShop.net, the official store for the Grand Slam of curling. Whether you're looking for the best hats, stylish clothing, fun toys, or unique accessories, the Rock Shop has it all. Shop online anytime at the RockShop.net for exclusive Grand Slam of curling gear, or come see us in person at your next event. The RockShop.net, where fans find their favorite curling gear.
Aztec Safety is #1 for online safety training.
Aztec Safety is the proud sponsor of the Aztec Safety Challenge, the #1 event on the World Curling Tour.
And Aztec Safety has been a proud sponsor of Team Jacobs on our quest to represent Canada at the Olympic Games.
Welcome back to the Murray Arena at Okotoks, Alberta. We have the RME New Holland Alberta Summit of Champions presented by Best Western Hotel and Resorts and Sentinel Storage. This third end will be brought to you by RME. Rocky Mountain Equipment is one of Canada's largest independent dealers of agriculture and construction equipment. With dozens of locations across Alberta, Saskatchewan, and Manitoba, RME supplies farmers and contractors with new and used machinery, parts, financing, and after-sales support. The company is a major dealer for brands like New Holland and provides key local service and expertise to rural communities across the prairies. RME is a new sponsor for Curling Alberta this year, and they've taken over the title for both the men's and the women's provincial championships. So Curling Alberta would like to thank RME for their support of curling in Alberta.
Awesome. Thanks, Jay. Yeah, I'm excited that they stepped up to the plate, sponsored this amazing event. It'll be fun for them to watch, see who comes out. Alberta Provincials is always a fun one to sponsor because whoever comes out of Alberta Provincials has a strong chance always at playoffs at the Brier and the Scotties. So it's good to get some young teams that stand a chance, some sponsorship.
Yeah, I agree. It seems like each and every year we have an Alberta team in the playoffs, whether it's one that's pre-qualified like yourself or one that comes through our provincial championships. So regardless of who it is, we just hope Alberta does well at the next level, and we'd like to thank RME for their support of at least this stage.
Awesome. Yeah, we have an interesting end set up again. No blanks. You'd think in the third end maybe you'd lob one in, but got the corner guard up again, and we are chasing now with this hit. Hard right out of the hand. The centerline guard is not on, just FYI. But doesn't matter. They're by. And they stick on. Really nice shot.
Both teams are doing really well of just maneuvering the rocks just around guards. I haven't seen anything click yet. So props to them. At least calling the line right and avoiding those center guards.
Yeah, exactly. We'll see a hit by Jamie Scott here. I think they want to roll back, but it's looking like it's floating a little bit. Just hangs on. All right. And here we have it. Michelle's getting bold. She's going to come around her corner guard. She could just play the hit and keep the blank alive, but nope. She's coming around. And this should be an interesting end now.
I like this play. If
too.
If she plays the hit and stay over on the wing, it's one rollout away from the Hilker team being able to use that center guard. So getting ahead of things and trying to provide some offense for herself.
Me too. No need to throw the corner guard if you're not going to use it. So I love it. And it looks like a pretty good draw. Just curling at the end, but should be pretty buried. Nice shot.
Yeah, that's as perfect as it gets there. Dead buried. Now we'll see how well they can maneuver the swingy ice conditions here tonight. These hack waders are obviously a lot easier when the ice curls a lot, and for hack weight they're taking about, looks like 3 feet of ice, 2.5 feet of ice. So props to our ice makers.
Really good ice. I know we've struggled with coming around corner guards. We've had to soften up our release a little bit to get around them on all the arenas, but to have this much curl is fantastic. Looks like it's just going to clip the guard there and maybe a bit lucky, roll under the center line.
Oh, the perfect tick shot. It's like they practiced that one.
I love it. Yeah, you never want to be wide on those, weirdly enough.
No. And it was a bit of a commentator's curse there because I said they hadn't clicked a guard yet. And then, of course, the next one that they try is the one that clicks the guard. So that I'll take that one. Sorry, Team Hilker.
They might allow it. Pretty good shot. Pretty good outcome. And it looks like this one's going to roll out. which means the force is very much alive now.
Yeah, this is one of those situations, if it's a must-steal scenario, you'd maybe potentially draw around the center, but they don't have to steal yet. It's only the third end, and they have the lead, so simply just trying to play the defensive force strategy here by hitting.
Yeah, maybe if they had another guard up, they would come around, but one guard has to be perfect. But they're going to get a roll, and it looks pretty good. Just under-rolled. A really good shot.
I like that it didn't roll under, because I think if it did, then Michelle Hartwell has a risk-free freeze. So
True.
now at least to be buried, you'll have to make the little flop. I was told that hit and roll, if you can make it 50% of the time, you might be the best in the world at it. So I think that if you have a choice between a hit and roll and a draw, I think I'm choosing the draw every time.
That's fair. It's because your men's sweepers can carry a rock 16 feet. Just kidding. I agree. I'd choose a draw every time as well.
Yeah, Jeremy is a pretty good sweeper, hey?
Oh, yeah, Jeremy
that's
is
why
Mhm.
you're so good at doubles, right? It's because you have Jeremy sweeping.
It's true, yeah. Jeremy's a top sweeper in the game. Yeah, I'd maybe
I don't
lean
know why
on
you're
Parker a
laughing at
bit
that
more. No,
For
in
those
doubles.
of you that are
in
not
double-
aware,
Yeah.
Jeremy Hardy and Kayla got married last summer. So congratulations again on the marriage and the wedding. And
Thank
they
you.
just took a trip to Japan together. I know it was for a curling event of all things, but yeah, they're back from, I don't know how many hours time change, but
Yeah, 16-hour time change, and I'm feeling it. So sorry, Jay. Hopefully Jeremy's not feeling it too bad. But yeah, I went to bed at 4 o'clock in the morning last night. So slowly adjusting.
yeah, I feel that. What a way to kick in the new year, though.
I
across the
agree.
world.
I agree. It was really fun. We pretty much got to celebrate the new year twice. We celebrated it in Japan and then got a day back when we flew home.
That's amazing. Yeah, you got to celebrate New Year's 16 hours before we did.
Yeah. An uncharacteristic miss from Team Hartwell. Normally their freezes are money, so giving Krysta the opportunity to sort of draw for free around her centerline guard and turn this end maybe into a steal. She should have a pretty good idea of draw weight. Like you said, Jay, she's been on the ice this afternoon in the pre-event practice and then had draw to pin as well. She threw it in the pre-game practice.
Yeah, this is really the first time we've seen a team be able to start offensive without the hammer. So kind of the first option to use the center guards and keep a rock above the T line.
Yep, and it looks pretty good. The sweepers like it, just a heavy clean. Now they're sweeping though. Let's see. Not a terrible spot for that rock. At least it's not back T in our first draw, I think, since the first end. So now,
As you can see, it stopped right behind the center guard. But
yeah,
I think with the amount of curl we're seeing, the late finish,
Michelle
Team Hartwell
should
might
get
be able to
around.
bury right around the top 8 rock. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. Gives them a chance for sure. They are going to have to be pretty buried, otherwise Krysta can just chase it. But we'll see how Michelle does. This is her bread and butter shot, so she should be pretty close. All right, the sweepers think it's close out of the hand. Just a light clean. Maybe a bit heavy. Just not curling up as much as they thought.
Yeah, like you said, the weight was actually perfect.
Yeah.
You know, I landed right on the tee line, but under curled by 2 rocks.
Yeah,
Leaves Team Hilker with a chance at a little hit and flop of their own. We know, this shot has been tried and made before, tried and rolled too far, tried and undercurled. So we'll see if they can find the magic elixir to make this one right underneath their guards.
Yeah, even if they overroll, it's not terrible, but sticking around line 4, not a bad shot no matter where it goes.
Definitely objective number 1, get this yellow rock out of the rings.
Yeah. And they seem to like it just to clean. Oh, curling. Looks really close to nose. Little flop out. Not bad. Not a bad outcome.
Yeah, quite a good spot to roll to. It forces Team Hartwell to draw.
Yeah.
Knowing that she just made it, but there's nothing to run into. So we don't have the sloppy draw as an option. She's got to draw, it looks like full 8 foot for her one.
Yeah, luckily she just played it, so should just be an easy clean to the 8 foot. And no need to get buried on this one.
Well, that's true. Yeah, just follow it down.
Yeah.
That must be the way that the skips think. Hey, I just played that. I just made it. You'll just have to clean this one. I wish that the skips would always think that way on my teams. Usually they make me sweep it.
Well, it looks like they're making Michelle's making her super stupid as well. So maybe it's just a me thing.
Okay, you can skip my team.
No, we'll let Evan do that. He's having a better skipping season than I am having this year. No problem though. Easy draw to the 8 foot for Michelle.
Great sweep. Yeah, well, that'll be really a tie game now going into at number 4 when we come back.
Curling Alberta's 50-50 supports grassroots curling with a jackpot of at least $50,000. I know! Brace yourself. Join us aged 18 plus in nurturing these future curling stars. Support grassroots curling with Curling Alberta.
Aztec Safety is number 1 for online safety training.
Aztec Safety is the proud sponsor of the Aztec Safety Challenge, the #1 event on the World Curling Tour.
And Aztec Safety has been a proud sponsor of Team Jacobs on our quest to represent Canada at the Olympic Games.
RME and New Holland, proud sponsor of Curling Alberta's Summit of Champions. With 24 locations in Alberta, RME is your preferred CNH equipment dealer. RME, right by you.
Need extra space? We rocket storage. Try 4 weeks free at a location near you.
Sentinel Storage. Buy Canadian, store Canadian.
Welcome back, everyone. We're live here at the Men's and Women's Provincial Championships, the RME New Holland Alberta Summit of Champions, presented by Best Western Hotel Resorts and Sentinel Storage. We have end number 4 presented to you by one of our presenting sponsors, Sentinel Storage. They have a great history in Alberta. From their humble beginnings in 1998, they have grown into the trusted leader in the self-storage industry. Sentinel Storage is there for our customers in times of life's transitions, providing Canadians with convenient, safe, and affordable storage and moving solutions. Curling Alberta thanks Sentinel Storage for their dedication to our female athletes and their ongoing partnership of curling in Alberta. So you would have seen Sentinel Storage as being associated with the women's championships in the past, and now they've stayed on to be a presenting sponsor of our combined men's and women's championships this year.
That's awesome. Yeah, I think they've been around for my whole women's provincial career. So it's nice that they're still here, hanging on, giving us some hope. Jay, I'll do a quick around the rings for all the games that we're not broadcasting on this stream right now. I know you can tune in on YouTube to watch them all, but just really quickly on sheet D, Team Balance is up 3-1 against Team Parent going into the fourth end. Then on sheet B, we have Team Jakes tied with Team King. And then on sheet A, we have Team Duncan ahead by 1 against Team Lind with a really, really interesting end with, I think, every single rock in play almost in the third end.
Yeah, this will be nice. Each draw throughout the week, at least until there isn't enough draws to fill the 4 sheets, we'll have 2 men's teams and 2 women's teams, or 2 men's games and 2 women's games going on at the same time. So if you're a fan of the women's game or if you're a fan of the men's game, you're going to be happy with at least 2 games to watch all week.
It's nice. It's nice. We'll have a couple women's games to filter out all the broom slamming that happens at our Alberta men's provincials. In the stands, even though things are live streamed, there's quite a few teams that are playing tomorrow here. We have Team Richards in the stands and then also Team Chow as I'm looking out. So it's nice to see some teams watching the action live, getting a feel for things before they have to play tomorrow. I don't know where your team is, Jay, but I don't see them in the crowd.
I think we're one of the older teams in the event, so I think they might be sleeping by now. We don't know.
That's fair. It's okay. I don't see Team Cooey here either, so you're safe.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, we got an early game. We gotta be at the 1:30 draw tomorrow, so
yeah,
we don't get the night draw.
It's pretty much a morning game, right? 1:30 p.m.
Yeah, and I did see Team Libus up here in the stands. They were listening to me live rather than through the YouTube channel, and I think they got sick of me, so they moved.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Luckily, you're only commentating one game.
Yeah, that's true. And then I started talking about their hogline violations after they moved, so they'll have to rewatch the stream in order to hear that.
You gotta trash talk them while they're there, Jay. You can't wait.
Yeah, I know that was a veteran move that I just failed to make. Yeah.
Team Hartwell is looking really good here in the fourth end. I think they have 2 rocks in the 8-foot and the 4-foot, and then they're lobbing another guard to cover it. Looking a little bit scary for Team Hilker if they can't make contact with anything in the middle. Guard maybe came a bit high and overcurled, giving Team Hilker a chance, but looks pretty good.
Yeah, it's always nice to see those rocks lined up like that. Like, that's as perfect as they can get, I think.
Yeah.
But it's going to leave at least an option for Jamie to make a run back here. The thing is, if she does make it, that red rock's not going to roll very far, so it's going to stay close to the center line.
Yeah, exactly. It's going to take a couple rocks at least to get rid of those 2 in the house. But this looks pretty close.
Gets 1, gets 2. Great shot.
Great shot.
Yeah, and like we said, that red rock didn't really roll too far, so it is slightly off angled. So the next run back might make that red rock a little farther from the center line, but it does leave Team Hartwell a chance to just throw up another tight guard, or if this one slips in the rings, that's okay. Just make sure you stay in front of that yellow.
Yeah, exactly.
This is Ocean Pletz, longtime curler. She's been curling for 30 years. Majority of her success came at the college level. ACAC, she was Lakeland College curling MVP. And she also, it says 2013 NCAA national participant.
Oh, wow.
I think that actually means CCAA, but I'm hoping that, I don't know if there's an NCAA curling nationals, but if there is, that's impressive.
I'm sure that's what it means, Jay.
I hope she got a scholarship in the States.
I hope so too. I would have loved to get a scholarship in the States.
One day.
Yeah, keep my hopes alive. It's never too late to go back to school. Heather Steele on this team, Team Hartwell, also competed in the semis, I think, or the 3-4 game in Okotoks when women's provincials was last year. So she'll be looking for maybe a repeat of that playoff run this year as well.
Yeah, and was she also curling with? Was she curling with Nikki Kaufman that year?
She was. Yep, she was. It was a crazy year. I think teams could have been in a 6-way tie for third place with a 2-5 record. Fortunately, they won their last game, so got into the 3-4 game without forcing all-night tiebreakers.
Yeah, back in the days and when we had tiebreakers and teams could try to figure out how they were mathematically still alive with 4 losses. And yeah, nowadays it's all about last stone draw, trying to make sure that your draw shot challenge score is good enough to advance you if you're in a 3-way tie or you beat the right teams, or the goal is just win your games. You don't have to worry about all that stuff.
Yeah, exactly. It's nice it's a triple this year too on the women's and men's side. So it'll just be a straight up win and you're in type of playoffs instead of going down to draw to pin.
Yeah, so those would have been the days we had 8-team round robins, which I think was
just recently on the women's side. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's nice we've moved so that the women's format matches the men's, and that means that the women's get 4 more teams in the provincials. So we get a bigger field. We get some of our young teams a chance to crack into the provincials, play on the arena ice. It's a lot of good, and every game matters, which is a big plus with the triple.
Yeah, I agree. Drawback is that maybe you don't get to play every team, but like the round robin used to be, but it's nice to have 12 teams in provincials and have it just be a straight win and you're in for playoffs. Oh, we're seeing just an under curl on that. Luckily, they caught a biter and it stayed around. So Michelle will have to make a good draw, but or a hit. Sorry. To lie too, and get the force. But that was an opportunity maybe for Hilker to get out of the end with just a nose hit.
Yeah, it looks like the force is on just with a simple hit and stay. No need to play a draw and force the issue. I think if they made the draw around, really it's still a force. The full 4-foot would be open. So yeah. I like this call.
You like this call? I like the draw, but just because Michelle's so good at it, and if you roll out here, it's all of a sudden a 2, which wasn't in play until you play this hit. Looks pretty close though, so no worries. Just hung on.
Oh my goodness. A little nonchalant there for the hit and roll to just be good enough, but they're veteran curlers. They all have been here before. They knew it was fine.
Yeah, exactly. I would have been yelling curl out of the hand probably, even if it was nosing, but it's probably just me.
This is an interesting one too. Like now the force is obviously on. So you know you're getting forced. There's no blank. Would you ever consider trying to make a draw around in this instance?
Yeah, I like the draw on both calls. Like even Michelle's shot before, and now I like the draw again. I guess the only benefit is if you roll way across the sheet, maybe you can keep 2 alive. But if you ever roll under that guard completely, then Michelle has a freeze to force anyway. So yeah, I guess just preference, but I would probably play the draw. Unless, of course, I was like playing the draw to win provincials, then I would just hit. So skips preference, really.
There. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't play outturn draws for the win anymore, Jay.
Oh, that's too bad. Just intern wick doubles.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But I do
So
like
she's made
this for the roll.
Oh, what a good roll.
Really great roll. And now it maybe keeps the 2 alive in a different way, but if Michelle noses, then Krysta will have a double back for 2 all of a sudden. In an end that was definitely not looking like 2.
They must know something we don't. Actually, like the hit and stay here obviously leaves a pretty simple double. If you roll towards the center line, it looks like there still could be a double just off of the one that was on the kind of the 8-foot line there.
I agree. I think there'll be a double. I don't know where you can roll to not leave one, but I think there'll be a double like 9 times out of 10 when Michelle is done throwing. I guess the best shot is just a shot you can make, If it's a hidden roll all the way across the house, then so be it. This one they're curling, and it looks about as good as she could have made it, but there's still a pretty easy double for 2.
Yeah, just a fantastic roll from Krysta on her first and set this deuce right up. So I think anywhere from half rock, even 2/3 of rock, spin up a little bit, should get this rock out and get her deuce. Third of a rock, quarter of a rock.
Just hit the rock.
High.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it looks like it's running a bit straight here. I know they're taking quite a bit of ice. I don't know if Krysta's just throwing like normal at this, but Michelle's ran quite straight both times. So we'll see if maybe we're going to have a curl call halfway down the sheet for this one.
Here we are. Last rock, 4th end. Krysta Hilker, double attempt for 2.
And they're curling it. Let's see. Oh, no.
There we go. She made the double. Unfortunately, rolled out of the house. So that'll be a single for Team Hilker. They will take the lead going into end number 5.
This needs to be the fastest last-minute pregame snack run ever seen.
That's right. The fans of great taste are going wild.
Can he make it? Yes! He's done it! Original 16. You can celebrate every win.
RME and New Holland, proud sponsor of Curling Alberta's Summit of Champions. With 24 locations in Alberta, RME is your preferred CNH equipment dealer. RME, right by you.
Need extra space? We rocket storage. Try 4 weeks free at a location near you.
Sentinel Storage. Buy Canadian, store Canadian.
Developed over a decade in collaboration with the finest ice makers this side of the Atlantic, the Pebblehead PB5 is nothing short of a triumph of sophistication and craftsmanship. weighing less than half its lumbering copper predecessors, yet boasting tenfold their durability. The PB5 delivers perfect, consistent ice, time after time. The PB5 by pebbleheads.com, the apex of ice-making ingenuity for the roaring game of curling.
Like people complained about.
We're back. At number 5 at the Marie Arena in Okotoks, we just had a single put up on the board from Team Hilker. Chance to score 2, unfortunately just the 1, but they do take the lead into end number 5. Looks like they had a little bit of a team meeting here and a bit of a delay. Yeah, Team Hartwell will see if they can generate some offense in end number 5. Brought to you by Best Western Hotel and Resorts. Best Western is celebrating 75 years of hospitality. Best Western Hotels and Resorts is an award-winning global network of hotels located in over 100 countries and territories that offer accommodations for all types of travelers. Best Western is our preferred accommodation partner with Curling Alberta and has been a proud partner for over 20 years. We look forward to continuing to grow our relationship and welcome them as the title sponsor for our mixed doubles this season. Thank you to Best Western International for always providing our curlers with a home away from home while they're on the road for much of the season.
Awesome. Thanks, Jay. I think we see our first mistake in lead stones of the game. I think the call was to be just T-line on that winger shot and just through the rings in the fifth end, so might be getting a little bit faster. Still got the guards up though, so should make for an interesting end. Centerline guard is up, and now Sydney is just drawing around it.
Yes, definitely advantage Team Hilker now. They have the lead. They can kind of just force play to the middle. Obviously, their goal in the 5th end is to first and foremost get a force, and if they can find a way to steal a point, take control of the game, I think they'll do that.
Pretty good shot. Can't get much better than that from Sydney. They've been curling quite a few rocks now. I wonder if it's just straightening up a little bit going into the middle half of the game.
Yeah, we did find that in practice as we threw later on in our pre-event practice that the rocks were getting a little straighter. Yeah, I think that they at least started to curl a lot more towards the start of this game. So that maybe we'll see. That might be a pattern to look for as we get to the last half tonight.
Yeah, still taking quite a bit of ice, so there's no doubt the rocks curl, but maybe just a little bit less. That's a great sweep. Just over curled there, so maybe I'm in the wrong. That one seemed to move.
Yeah, some people can make the rock curl no matter what the ice conditions and the surface is. My intern is one of those.
Yeah, I don't have that talent.
I can figure out how to make that curl.
That's fair. Usually mine are just poker straight.
That's good. Makes ice reading pretty easy for you.
Yeah, not terrible.
But, you know, it did over curl, but it did poke out, so it actually leaves a nice angle onto that red stone, or if one gets promoted a little bit, the angle gets even better.
Yep. Great audible called by Krysta. They were supposed to freeze, but just haired their red rock on the forefoot to completely wrap around almost.
Yeah, I think if she were to have called that shot, it would have been better. You know,
I agree.
That's a really good result.
Yeah, I think you call that every time if you can make it. Shaw's just playing a little hidden roll here.
This one's getting tight to the center.
It is.
Can't afford to wick it. And they do. So, yes, advantage Team Hilker.
Just a little touch stroke there. All right, and then we see our guard coming up. Steal is definitely possible now. Michelle's going to have a little bit of work to do to get out of this one.
So this back end pairing of Corinne Fleury and Krysta Hilker have been curling together now for, they said this is season number 7 for them. So they're very, very familiar with each other, and obviously the two of them have had some success at this provincial championship in the past. I think as the competition goes on and, as the game gets later, their experience and their familiarity with each other should provide them with a bit of an advantage on some of these other newer teams. So, learning the ice, figuring out what it's going to do, knowing what it's going to be like on Saturday and Sunday, they could be dangerous.
I agree. They always are a little bit dangerous. I think every provincials that I've played in, they're a sneaky team to play against and to see come through playoffs, because they're ranked middle of the pack, but then suddenly they're in the provincial final. You're like, how did that happen? Mm-hmm. But they're pretty good.
Well, that's because they're good at curling. Yeah. Yeah. They're obviously, I don't think they should be sneaking up on anyone anymore.
No, they're past the days of sneaking up.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially at Alberta provincials, like the rankings sort of just go in the garbage as soon as you get here. The curlers that are maybe ranked a little bit lower, they always show up and play their best game here.
Yeah, the rankings do paint a target on the back of the, the 1, the 2, the 3s, but really they provide teams that, play more or have had success on tour throughout the season, the bye in the first match. But after that, like you said, it doesn't really matter. You just play whoever's in your bracket, and your ranking is whatever you want to make it. If you think you're number 1, then you can still be number 1.
Yep. Very true. And we saw another rack on the guard there with just it hit. They had to get pretty close to the guard anyway to not jam, but Krista's team now racked, and Michelle has a chance to come around the corner.
Yeah, I like that she ignored the shot rock and she's deciding to use the corner guard.
Me too. It's a really, really good opportunity for her. She has a corner, but she also has one in the back of the tee that will provide some jam ability if Krista's going to hit at any point.
Good point. Yeah, the run back isn't really risk-free either.
Yeah. Or the double that I'm sure she'll call if it's a little bit deep. But this one's looking like it's going to be another guard. Just a little bit surprised with those wings in this end. The first one went through at the lead position on the other side, and then this one came up a bit short.
Just a case of the over-adjusting.
Yeah.
Thinking that it might be a little faster because the first one went through, Jolene's, but yeah, it wasn't as fast as maybe Jolene made it seem. So here we go. Hit and stay. Ideally, she wants to roll. And she rolls right in front of her own. Pretty good result.
Pretty good. I like the hidden roll call a lot. We'll see. Sometimes people just play the double and will roll wide open, but getting that hidden roll behind the guard makes things a little bit more scary for Krysta.
There's Ocean sliding out. I'm hearing some whoa calls here.
Yeah.
Need it to curl.
It's really close.
She makes the hit and she makes the perfect roll. As you can see from the camera angle by James Gordon there. What a great camera angle. And what a great shot. That was beautiful.
Yeah, Jay, I don't really know what you're talking about. These ladies are making hidden rolls all night long. So
maybe the person that told me that was just trying to make me feel better. If you make it half the time, that's good, right? Yeah. Yeah, I guess don't leave these ladies a hit and roll.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd love to see the percentages on them. It's like 80% on hidden rolls tonight. It's great. Great curling to watch.
So yes, it's buried. However, the entire 8-foot is really available for Team Hilker to kind of just keep securing the force.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I know
just to make sure she's not heavy here. If she does chap off, it might leave a double opportunity.
I agree with you. Or okay, there's definitely a double there, I think, but yeah, on these shots, it's always tough. The freeze isn't necessary, but you never want to come deep. You just want to be shot and still above the tee.
Yeah, Kayla, it looks like if she makes the hit and roll, basically the same type of shot that was just played, she should run right into that red rock. You could try to hit this a little thicker and spin up too. You might even get buried.
Yep. I agree. I don't mind just hitting and rolling, nudging it. No need to kill it. Now just lay 2. And Krysta's going to be looking at potentially 3. All end now.
And you got to make it first.
You do have to make it. It looks really close. Oh, just a bit thick.
Yeah, opens the door for Team Hilker to roll to the other side, lock in that force. Job accomplished.
Yep.
A nose hit, however, does leave another double. It'll be harder, but it'll be thinner. And so she needs to be basically anywhere full 4 foot or better to avoid the double.
Yep.
If I had the teleprompter, I would try to circle somewhere over on the, we'll say the outturn side of the sheet for all the right-hand curlers.
I hear it's coming, actually. In the next 2 games or so, you'll be able to write on the sheet.
Oh, watch out.
Yeah.
Sweeping right out of the hand. You gotta be careful who you have in the booth with the teleprompter.
True.
Sweeping right out of the hand. This one's really curling. Gets to the nose, stays on that right-hand side of the sheet.
Yep, and there's definitely a double.
This is your favorite shot.
I don't mind this shot. Yeah, I'd play it every time. But it's a little bit fun. Michelle just played it, so she knows the line really well. Not too hard of a double, and you can always hit it thinner than what you think.
Yeah, this is one of those ones where you kind of have to really go after it in order to make it. Like if you hit this one too thick, there's a chance. I guess if it rolls into your own, you still get your 1. But
I agree
if you want to
with
make
you,
it
though.
for 2, it's just like a quarter rock or less, eh?
Yeah. I agree, though. It's one you just want to make. I know some people will say, like, you can play it a bit thick, and maybe you'll still stick around, but this looks pretty close.
Just blows it by. So that'll be a steal of 2 for Team Hilker. We're going to go into the break here. Team Hilker now has a 3-point advantage, 5-2. We're going to take about 5 minutes for the 5th end break. And yeah, grab yourself an 016. We'll see you when you come back.
Curling Alberta's 50-50 supports grassroots curling with a jackpot of at least $50,000. I know! Brace yourself. Join us aged 18 plus and nurturing.
Yes. Throw in. Whoa. Oh, boy. John. Wheel me.
Need extra space? We rocket storage. Try 4 weeks free at a location near you.
Sentinel Storage. Buy Canadian, store Canadian.
RME and New Holland, proud sponsor of Curling Alberta's Summit of Champions. With 24 locations in Alberta, RME is your preferred CNH equipment dealer. RME, right by you.
Welcome back, everyone. It's been a tight battle between Team Hilker and Team Hartwell. A couple of Edmonton area teams going at it here on draw number 1. As we go around the sheets here, it looks like we have a few curlers in the stands, quite a few fans. This has been quite a nice battle in draw number 1. Close throughout. Really just an opportunity for Team Hartwell to kind of take control of the game with the deuce. Unfortunately, just blew it by, and that's been the story of the game so far. That steal of 2. Yeah, we'll see if Team Hartwell can take advantage of a mistake here or there to get themselves back in the game. But so far, it's been tight, and those opportunities have been few and far between. So we'll see if that changes in the back half of this game, and see how exciting this game can get when we come back.
This needs to be the fastest last-minute pregame snack run ever seen.
That's right. The fans of great taste are going wild.
Can he make it? Yes! He's done it! Original 16. You can celebrate every win.
Hey Ben, what's the Aztec Safety online e-learning website again?
Yeah, that would be aztecsafety.com.
Fire extinguisher and firefighting, we'll send that one to Paul.
Ah, now here's a course I should probably take. Conflict resolution.
Power line safety. Yeah, I thought it might help me with my line calls. Did you know this Aztec website has over 100 safety courses?
Jeez. Aztec Safety online course. Ground disturbance. Could have used that a few seconds ago.
For over 20 years, the Sandra Schmirler Foundation has granted more than $9 million to hospitals across Canada for life-saving equipment for premature and critically ill babies. In the past 4 years alone, $4 million has been granted thanks to the curling community's incredible generosity. The need continues year-round, and with your help, we can ensure every baby has the chance to grow up and become a champion, just like Sandra.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't plug the 50-50. Oh, you're back. We're back.
We're back. And number 6, second half of draw number 1 here in Okotoks, Alberta at the Murray Arena. I'm Jason Ginter here with Kayla Skrillik. We're happy to present to you second half action between Team Hilker and Team Hartwell. It was close throughout the first half of the game. Could have still been a 1-point game. Just had a mistake from Skip Michelle Hartwell. There was a steal of 2, and now Team Hilker has opened up the lead to 3. So lots of action here, I'm sure, in the second half of this game as the corner guard comes up and the rocks should stay in play. No blanks.
No more blanks. When you're a 3-point spread, I think we can say goodbye to the blanks. Yeah, Jay and I were just trying to find the 50-50 online. I think Curling Alberta is having some technical difficulties, so you're going to have to come down to the rink to get your 50-50 tickets live. I know I will be. Jay, I know you can't, but I can still purchase some 50-50s, so I'll have some fun with that this week.
I know there's daily draws happening, I think, each night at 10 p.m. I think you can purchase some tickets online. We do have a mega club raffle going on that will go, or sales have ended. Okay, we don't have that, but we do have a 50-50 that it's telling me online and in the venue at Okotoks Curling Club. So if I'm wrong, then I'm wrong. But if not, just come down to Okotoks Curling Club in Okotoks Marie Arena anyways. Buy some tickets, watch some curling, see if you can strike rich.
That's what I'll be trying to do this week. I found my new goal. All right, around
There it is,
the
yeah. You can just win the 50-50 and get rich. You don't have to win curling games anymore.
That's good. That's what I need. Around the rings, we have a couple of tight matches. On sheet A, we have Duncan in the lead, 3-1 against Team Lind. And then Team Jakes blew it open a little bit, scored 4 in the 4th end and took another steal of 1 in the 5th to be leading Team King 7-2. And then on sheet D, we have Team Balance against Team Parent, and it has been steel city for Team Balance so far with a 5-1 lead against Team Parent.
Yes, it's interesting always on this first draw to see, who takes advantage of the maybe just new feeling of being on the arena ice and who's used to it, if it matters at all. And sometimes the veteran teams have a bit of an advantage there because they've been here before, but even, you look over on sheet B, Team King and Team Jakes. Team King's been here many times before, and they're still, down on the scoreboard to Team Jakes. So maybe it doesn't matter as much as one might think.
Yeah, it's never mattered to me. I've always come out a bit flat in the first game at provincials, so in a triple it doesn't truly matter as much to play in the A or the B. You get a little bit more games, and I think if you were to guarantee that you could come out of playoffs through the B, you would drop to the B in a triple and play the 1 or 2 more games to get experience. But at Alberta Provincials, you can never take the risk. You have to win when you can.
That is the truth. Yeah, I'm thinking there may be some advantages in the 1 or A versus B game, hammer, that type of thing, just getting through A. But yeah, like you said, if you could just keep playing on the ice, that could be an advantage in itself. So yeah, a player that I coached this year at a mixed doubles event, he would tell you that there's such thing as a tactical loss. So there it is. The first one, if you can lose a game to drop into the B and then just play more, maybe that's the way to go.
Maybe I've been doing it wrong all these years.
Yeah, have you heard of that before, the tactical loss?
I heard about it in club bonspiels because you want to go out of the B win the B championship because the A's too hard, and I buy into that all the time, but not at Alberta Provincials, not on the big shows. You probably want to win when you can.
Yeah, I'm with you. Yeah, let's just try to win. Yeah, don't worry about anything else.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna play against the teams that are gonna be winning at the end of the week anyways.
Exactly. All right, and Hartwell's in a little bit of trouble here. They knew they were going to be putting up a corner guard and then wrapping it around. Krysta's debating freezing around the corner, but she's committed to throwing, I think it's a guard, Jay? Or do you think she's coming in?
Yeah, she signaled, looks like in the free guard zone, so it looks like she's going to just try to put one in front of that rock that's on the button.
I like that shot call a lot better. Just guard the rock that's shot and make sure that Team Hartwell has to make a move on the guard for a little bit longer. The only other thing is that they didn't really think about is they could play the run back on the corner guard. But I like this shot too. Really, really good sweeping to curl that over. I didn't think it was going to get there at the hog line.
Yeah, very interesting strategy, right? Like, it's just because that yellow rock is second shot, you might think, hey, I want to try to deal with this and we've seen enough curl in the ice today. You can hack it out, but if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They've had some success around the middle today, and they just got the steal, so maybe they're wanting to keep that pedal down.
Yep, and 2 isn't the worst for Team Hilker here, if it does come down to that. Oh, that was a really close run back attempt, though.
Bonus for them, it did roll into the rings.
Yep.
As you see, Krysta thinks 2 in the house is too many, so she's electing to hit.
Hidden roll. Would you ever play the double or just the hidden roll?
I think at this point, you're probably just happy with the roll. If you end up, if this rock starts curling a little bit, you might plan B it to make the double, but roll
Fair.
somewhere towards the yellow is pretty good.
That's fair. I think I'd call
You
the
go
double.
for the double?
Yeah. And if you hit it a bit thick, you roll over, but either way, it's the same plan B.
I like that. Same way of thinking. Just make sure you roll somewhere in there. Get
Exactly.
second shot.
Get second shot. That's the most important.
Looks like she did.
Michelle thinks she did, which is the most important. It looks like it. They left a double to stick in the rings, though, for Michelle. So let's see.
Yeah, after that guard call from Team Hilker, it looks like it just kind of, the way the ends worked out, it's played in favor of Team Hartwell. Play has been brought into the rings a little bit. There'll be a few chances at this double. And really that one on the wings that's dead buried behind the corner guard, no one's going after it. So looks pretty good to be... It used to look pretty good to be Team Hartwell. Now they just blew it by. We'll see if Krysta continues with the guard. Like one guard missed and the 2 is right back in play.
I agree. They aren't thinking about anything else, so looks like the guard. Would you play the guard on this, or would you play something?
I mean, if I knew I was going to make it, yes. But if I'm, just with the amount of curl that we're seeing in the late finish, the guards aren't easy. And if you don't guard it perfect, that rock that's on the tee line is deep enough that it should be hackable, right?
Yeah.
You throw hack weight, you might be able to get at it. So, I mean, I'd be just tempted to throw one somewhere in the 8 foot in front of the yellow rock just to get the force.
Yeah, I agree. I like maybe lobbing it in the 8 foot to sit second, but if she makes this, then it's great. She has a chance to steal.
Yeah, this is nice to see, like, the confidence of Krysta and her ability to know, I'm going to put this on the right line. I don't care about the risk. It's nice to see draw number 1.
I agree. It might be a little bit because the score, she's up 3 right now, and she could maybe give up a 2 and be okay. And we are seeing this go a little bit deep. All right. A little
line
bit
is perfect. Weight, yeah, like you said, just a little deep. Looks like she should have the ability to make the double. If she doesn't make the double, she might even be able to roll behind, and then all of a sudden there's 2 buried.
Yeah, I agree. I think there's a pretty good chance she rolls behind the guard. I would almost play for it first and then know that when you do, you get the double, but make sure that you get behind the guard first. Brings your 3 into really, really into play.
Yeah, you kind of have to be careful. If you make the double, but you don't roll quite far enough, you're going to leave a double back.
Yeah, exactly.
There we are.
Sweeping
Michelle
right out of the
Hartwell.
hand. Sounds close. Maybe she agreed with me. Get under the guard first, and if you make the double, it's a bonus. Yeah, really good shot. Keeps the 3 very much alive.
So now that there's 2 in the house, Krysta's electing to just try to throw one on the tee line in front of the yellow. The guard is kind of what they've been going for all end, but now obviously the risk is 3 points instead of 2. Do you like this call?
I love this call. I think I would have played it on the first, but I love it now. She has a little more risk in it because it's against the 3 instead of against 2, but I think she makes this like 9 times out of 10.
Yeah, a little more room on this shot.
Yeah, that's for sure. And the
There you go,
sweepers
big
like
shot
it.
though.
Really big shot.
Curling towards the corner guard, wanting to get or to stay in front of the tee line, line it up, get second shot first and foremost, and they do.
Really great shot.
9 out of 10 times, she made it 1 out of 1. So there it is, and the force is on.
Yeah, that's the risk with rolling so far behind the guard, I guess. If you roll a little bit less, then it sort of stuffs Krysta's freeze attempt.
Yeah, I don't know what they're talking about, but I'm sure they're chuckling, saying that they made that roll too good.
That's exactly what they're saying before the skip throws. They're like, God,
Yeah.
that
Why
roll
did
was
we
just.
do that? Yeah. Here we are, last rock, Michelle Hartwell, and number 6, hit and stay for 1 here.
Looks pretty close. I don't think any mistakes were made on this one. Hands are up.
Yep.
Easy.
And she's perfect. 1 for Hartwell. They will take the point, and Team Hilker will take the hammer into 7. 5-3.
Hey Mark, you ready for this game tonight?
Yeah, I'm excited, man. Cupsy, what are you doing over there?
Don't worry, boys. Was just on AztecSafety.com, took a fire extinguisher safety course. Paul, I'm putting out the fires from now on. Woo!
RME and New Holland, proud sponsor of Curling Alberta's Summit of Champions. With 24 locations in Alberta, RME is your preferred CNH equipment dealer. RME, right by you.
Need extra space? We rocket storage. Try 4 weeks free at a location near you.
Sentinel Storage. Buy Canadian, store Canadian.
.50 team. All right, and we're back.
And number 7.
Wow, this might be, Jay, our first chance at a Blanksville.
Uh-oh.
I know. Definitely not what Hartwell wanted. We didn't see the call, but I'm assuming they wanted a guard. Just came a bit deep after a really close end.
Yeah, well, I mean, they're likely going to try again here, so at least we'll have 1 center guard up. And we're getting late now in the game. I don't think Michelle will tolerate just hitting back and forth, so we won't have to make up things to talk about this end. I'm sure they'll give us lots of entertainment. So speaking of entertainment, we've got the provincial championships all week, and we have a nice brand new sponsor of Curling Alberta to help the provincial championships along, and that's HSEQHR, also known as the HSEQHR department, and the team behind the HSEQHR department app, a Chestermere, Alberta-based business dedicated to helping organizations manage health, safety, and environment, quality, and human resources in one streamlined system. So there you are, HSEQHR. That's what that stands for. They specialize in turning complex compliance and paperwork into real-time information so businesses can build safer workplaces and focus on what they do best. Thank you, HSEQHR.
Awesome. Thanks, Jay.
Try saying that 10 times fast.
I'll have to practice it for the next live stream. I'm glad you're taking it over for this one.
So here we go. I think this whole end is going to be a bit of Team Hartwell just trying to bring play to the center, and with this rock slipping deep, I think that's exactly what's going to happen.
Oh God, that exact rock position has haunted me pretty much the whole curling season. Just back four, all so close to perfect, but probably the worst place to put it when you're trying not to give up a steal.
So the average curler might look at that and say, yeah, it's pretty close to the button. That's pretty good. Why is it not so good?
Well, it's not a bad shot if, especially if you're Michelle Hartwell, it's definitely not a bad shot. But when you have hammer, you're just really, really closing down the scoring area. And I think we're going to see a good example of why it's not a good shot, because Michelle's team have really capitalized with that freeze. So now we'll get a freeze back on Krysta, and if it's perfect freeze, I think Team Hartwell is going to have a chance at just lobbing one right on the button that will take a few rocks to remove. I don't know, actually. I know Krysta called the freeze, but to get shot rock, and that's totally okay, but I think I'd want this to be top 4, maybe even top 8 to give us a chance at removing.
Is still on the tee line, so yeah, they're trying to just lock it right on. I think if they could actually bump it a little bit, unlock it, it's not too bad. Like you said, it's getting deep, and it actually ends up in the top of the 4 foot, so it does still leave Team Hartwell a shot rock with a couple of rocks in front of it. So tricky scenario for Team Hilker. Everything's in the middle, kind of what Team Hartwell wants.
Yeah, exactly. They did have the opportunity, Team Hilker, to peel the centerline guard on Jamie's first, and they elected to come around and sit, T-line. I think a lot of teams would have maybe elected to peel up to with hammer, especially in the 7th end. We'll see if this pays off, but
just wicks and just slips to the back 4. So Hartwell is sitting 2. The peel's still an option.
Still an option.
It's nice pocket there for Team Hartwell if they can get one around.
Yeah, the pocket is scary, and now with your rock in the top 4 like that, it's essentially working as another guard, unfortunately.
Jamie Scott being asked to peel the guard.
Pretty okay. That's
sure cleaned up some of the mess that was in the front there and rolled to a corner, made some noise. Now there's 3 reds in the house.
Yeah, and a double on the yellow. Like, I don't think you could ask for much more with that shot. That was a great shot by Jamie. And that's why I'm in the booth this year, Jay. I would have maybe debated lobbing one on the tee line in that pocket, but they know that they should peel.
They're not out of the woods yet. There's, Team Hartwell's still sitting 2. They're trying to kind of just keep play away from those rocks in the 4 foot. I think I would maybe elect to just toss up another guard, distract Team Hilker for a little longer.
Yeah, I agree. I think no matter what, Team Hilker is going to be playing some action on the rock that they threw. So this coming up a bit high is really not the worst.
So you see, I think, Krysta is looking at this promotion of the top 4 rock. There's a danger rock that's in the top 12 that's guarding the yellow, but I guess at what point in the end is is too late to do this? Like, is this too early? What would you do?
I'd probably lob. What kind of? I would hit this rock for sure. But what kind of weight would you play at it?
Yeah, I like the kind of board control weight, just so that you can bring the sweepers into it.
Yeah.
And bringing the sweepers into it, they are.
They
Need to
are.
get by the yellow.
Really
Oh,
good
what a
shot. Great shot.
Make the run back, gets both yellows out, and now they're sitting 4 in the house. There,
Easy
that
peasy.
brings us, Kayla. We have one more job as commentators, and that is to choose the moment of the game. So, as you know from provincial championships in the past, the moment of the game is a moment chosen by the commentators that maybe swings the game in a certain team's favor, and it's usually a positive moment of the game. And this year it's presented by Elite Promotional Marketing. So moment of the game, we get to choose, and then they get to spend some time with our social media marketing coordinator, Raymond Vanstone, and have a post-game interview.
Awesome. Well, that is a great moment of the game. We'll definitely star that one as like high potential.
There we go.
Yeah. They're still not out of the end, weirdly enough. I know they're sitting 4, but I don't know if Michelle cares that much that they're sitting 4. She just wants everything in the center.
Yeah, I think it's a bit of a desperation time for Team Hartwell. Down by 2 without the hammer.
Yep. It's a weird one for viewership too, because down by 2 without the scoreboard looks really close, like 5-3. But from a team perspective, you're in a heap of trouble. I think your odds of winning the games are like in the single digit percentage wise. So Michelle will be sweating a little bit, especially on this one coming up short. Krysta has a chance to lay 5.
Yeah, we'll see if Corinne Fleury can put this one right where Team Hilker has called. If they can put this one anywhere on that draw path, I don't know if there's a way in to sit shot rock anymore.
I agree. It's going to be very hard for Michelle and the team. They are sweeping. Really good sweep. There's been some really good sweeps this game, but that was excellent.
So as you can see on the right-hand side of the sheet there, we have 5 reds in the 8-foot, and I think Michelle might only have the in-turn draw available to sit shot. They'll have to squeeze by that Yellowstone that they just threw. Try to just freeze.
Mm-hmm. The only other thing
freezing
you could...
against 5, that's not exactly what you want to have to deal with on your first.
Yeah, very true. You probably want to tap it back a little bit. I know the freeze is good, but tapping it back gives you a little bit more of an opening to get another one in there.
Yeah, I think ideal world, if you can make it now, it's in a place where the angles are kind of in your favor and nothing's going to go right onto it. You can use that stagger to your advantage. It's just a matter of whether you think you can get by the corner guard and still get by your top 8-foot Yellowstone.
Yeah, this shot, Michelle, I think is playing just a hidden roll, but she won't. She might be doing a bit of damage control. She might have jumped ship a little bit on the steal, but this to play the top now is a bit tough. It gets rid of your only angle that you can come around, your only stagger.
I'm afraid it might be too late for damage control. There's already 5 in there.
I agree.
Maybe she, if she does make this, it's going to set up a potential steal point with her last. Like, she's going to have to make it in a draw shot or a tap shot of her own to sit a rocket in there and potentially use that one to steal.
I agree. It's not a terrible option.
That worked out pretty good for her.
Yeah.
She looks like she's sitting second shot, and it's only half open. So, it does leave Team Hilker a chance to sit 5 again, but it's not easy. and now that in-turn draw is available. So pretty good shot.
Pretty good shot. The best she could do, really. And now Krysta's going to debate drawing. Top four are obviously playing that half rock hidden roll, all that she can see. Jay, what do you like here?
Yeah, just I'd think about what team Hartwell would want to do here, and we know that they want to throw the draw, I think, if they have the choice.
Yeah.
The hit and roll would be the secondary option if they could play it. So if there's a way to take both away, I think I'd like to do that. If not, I think I would just try to sit 5 and say, Michelle, make a shot, and if you don't, the game could be over.
I agree. I think I'm trying to sit 5. This draw is actually pretty precise, and even if you make it, Michelle's probably playing either a hidden roll on that red that's sitting, just touching the button there, or she's going to freeze. And then Krysta might have something tough on her last, but that means Michelle has to make it first.
I think perfect place for this rock is just biting the top of the forefoot, and if you can make it kind of just edge on edge with the yellow guard, I think that's perfect.
I agree.
Doesn't really leave the hit and roll in.
I agree. That would be the perfect spot.
But like you said, heavy leaves Team Hartwell and out.
Yep. Same with light.
Yep. This is a sweeper's shot, so sweepers have to put this one exactly where this third is signaling.
It looks really close. Maybe over curling.
That's a pretty good shot.
Yeah, you can't
might have
really.
slipped a quarter rock too deep. If there's an opportunity to make the double, it's still going to be sitting open though.
Crazy, but yeah, there's a double and it's a force with Michelle sitting third shot. So I know she can only see like a little bit of it, but the double is definitely there to sit.
You'd already be
too.
throwing it, hey?
I don't know if I'd play it, but you could also just play a tap and roll. It's against so many points. Yeah, I'd probably throw that. I'd probably already be playing it.
I think the best chance for you to steal is actually to play the tap. Try to just tap it, that rock that Krysta just threw to the, just outside of the button, just full 4 in the back there, just so that it leaves the opportunity to jam. And then that angle that you see at the top 8 foot on the righty outturn side, the left-hand side of the sheet on the right side of the screen, that angle will also jam right onto the other red. So there is an option, I think, to leave a lot of jam possibilities. But because there's so many reds hanging around, there's always going to be a risk of a big end if the angle isn't right.
I agree. Yeah. Yeah, at this point, if I were Michelle, I'd feel blessed to get a force out of this. It wasn't looking like it 2 shots ago.
Got to be perfect here. It looks like she's throwing some weight, trying this double.
Does have to curl.
It is curling.
It is curling.
Needs a piece. Oh, nice shot.
Perfect. Never a doubt. That shot's automatic.
That was beautiful.
That was.
Now, what did they leave though, Kayla? Like here's the replay, and we can see with the beautiful amount of curl here at the Murray Arena, we have the outside sweeper on it, carving it in, trying to make it curl, and it curled more. Weight control was perfect. Just tapping some of these rocks out of the 8 foot, sitting 2.
That was a beauty shot. That was
But
great.
what did she leave? Like, is there a nose hit triple?
There is. Hey, actually, she would have to throw the wrong turn at it, but there is.
Kind of looks like it could be there.
Oh, it's for sure there. But it's against the steal of 2.
Yeah.
I'd probably never play it.
And she's not. She's electing to just play the hit and stay for what? Last rock and number 7.
Yeah, smart call. They're knifing it a little bit. But it looks okay. Yeah,
Like to
never
hear
doubt.
clean, no mistake. That'll be one more for Hilker. They'll take a 3-point lead into the 8th end when we come back.
Curling Alberta's 50-50 supports grassroots curling with a jackpot of at least $50,000. I know! Brace yourself. Join us aged 18 plus in nurturing these future curling stars. Support grassroots curling with Curling Alberta.
For over 20 years, the Sandra Schmirler Foundation has granted more than $9 million to hospitals across Canada for life-saving equipment for premature and critically ill babies. In the past 4 years alone, $4 million has been granted thanks to the curling community's incredible generosity. The need continues year-round, and with your help, we can ensure every baby has the chance to grow up and become a champion, just like Sandra.
RME and New Holland, proud sponsor of Curling Alberta's Summit of Champions. With 24 locations in Alberta, RME is your preferred CNH equipment dealer. RME, right by you.
Need extra space? We rocket storage. Try 4 weeks free at a location near you.
Sentinel Storage. Buy Canadian, store Canadian.
All right, we are back. Murray Arena. We are here at the 2026 RME New Holland Alberta Summit of Champions, presented by Best Western Hotel and Resorts and Sentinel Storage. We just had a very exciting end where Team Hilker was looking good to crack a bundle there. It was looking like a handful for a while, and Michelle Hartwell pulled a rabbit out of her hat, made a great double takeout, and got the force. So we still have a ball game here. We have 3-point advantage for Team Hilker in the 8th end. Team Hartwell has the hammer.
Yeah,
and,
Jay.
Before we really get into it, I do want to give a little shout out to our champions, our new Team Albertas. After last weekend in Airdrie, we had our U18 provincial championships, and we had 4 teams move on through the provincial championships to represent Alberta. We had our champions, Team Harris, that's Team Parker Harris out of the Crestwood Curling Center. They were our boys champs, and we had Team Mackenzie Kennedy as our girls champs. So congratulations to them for taking home the title, the trophy, and Team Alberta won. And we also have joining them our Team Alberta 2s. We have Team Nolan Duncan on the boys side and Team Alina Yurko on the girls side. So fantastic curling, I think, throughout the U18 provincials. I was following all the team streams as the games were going on, and the excitement over there. And I'm sure we have 4 very happy teams moving on to Timmins, Ontario for the Nationals.
Awesome. Jay, when is the Nationals?
It'll be the start of February. So it runs, I think it's February 7 to 14, in that range.
Awesome. So a little bit of time to prep, but not a lot.
Coming up quick though.
Yeah.
Only a month. Yeah.
Jay, you look back at that last shot, the triple, and you think it was there, right? For 6?
Yeah, I have a freeze frame of it, and I think I'd like to look back at it, and if I were a coach for either team, I would say, did you see this when you were playing your shots? Just in case. But I really like the way that the call that Krysta made just to keep her 1. If this was a different score, if they were down in the game, I definitely would have looked at it. But I think it was there and it looked like it was going to miss the back ones max out at 6 points, but really you only need 2 or 1 to keep control of the game. So good decision.
Good decision, but definitely would have been the highlight of the game.
Yeah, we're still looking for more moment of the game options, but like you said last end, Michelle's double to hold them to the 1, that might be moment of the game.
I agree. That was close to being a game over for Team Hartwell.
So here we go. Team Hartwell trying to find a way to generate 3 to get back in the game. If they can get a deuce, they're getting closer, but really just trying to generate offense, throwing 2 corner guards, 1 on either side. We'll see the rest of this end. Team Hilker will try to keep play away from those corner guards, try to remove Yellow Rocks when they can, and limit the damage.
I agree. And Team Hilker, too, is playing into it a little bit. They threw up a center line guard. They could have lobbed another one in. That was a great sweep to get by.
Yeah, great shot. And they kind of choked that corner, so it's going to be harder for Team Hartwell to use that one. I think she agrees, so she's taking play to the center.
Yeah, it's weird how you throw 2 corners and play ends up in the center all the time in this strategy. But it's fun to watch.
Mm-hmm. It really takes some effort out of the front enders, some great shots to clear the center in order to open up play to the wings or towards those corners. The minute there's a miss, or if the rocks, in this case the red rocks, are set up well enough, then the play just ends up in the middle the whole end.
Yeah, I agree. Sometimes that's exactly where you wanted. At the trials, we had the similar strategy. We put 2 in the rings and lobbed up a centerline guard. Really similar to where Team Hilker put it. And we ended up giving the team a chance for 4. So sometimes it works out. Not exactly how you want it to.
I'm hearing a lot of hey, we gave these teams chances for big ends. It's either that's what you do, or that's all you can remember.
It was a memorable game.
Okay.
Yeah. Got a lot of tweets about it afterwards, to not put the guard up. So.
Okay, the armchair curlers.
Yeah.
When they're there, they can start telling you what to do.
Yeah, I still will. Yeah. I use that guard to play a run back anyway to limit the damage, but it's looking to be working out for Team Hilker as well in this end. For sure.
Yeah, kind of just like last end, where there's just a lot of red rocks in the house, but the more the red rocks pile up, the more Team Hartwell can use them as backing and use them as potential jam options. So I like the idea to just kind of move these around if they can, keep them behind the T line, and then it's going to make Team Hilker play some precise hits.
I agree. That was Team Hilker. I think it was their first chance to potentially peel a corner guard instead of lob another one in the middle. With this strategy with throwing up a centerline guard, are you ever peeling your corner? I would say probably not, but the chance is always there.
I'd like to make the team earn it now, just knowing that you have these rocks in pretty good spots. You have the 1 top 8, 1 top 4. There's not a natural double unless you leave it wide open. So let's just guard.
Yeah, I like the guard too. So does Krysta. She's playing it again.
Yeah, thinking this through, your strategy is usually to just limit the damage by ripping everything, hitting everything. You think of some junior teams, they would run at the option to just peel that corner guard, but knowing that there's 2 up there, you peel one, they're just going to go around the other one. So might as well just bring play to the middle and make good guards, and then it's either going to be a force or a steal.
Yeah, I agree, but a little bit high on this guard here. I know it's guarding the double, so first job done, but it's a little bit high. So Michelle has the chance to play a little backline tap on those rocks in the 4-foot and maybe move something to her advantage.
Yeah, I think that whatever you did there, it was pretty important that rock be tight to the house. Just knowing that even if they do have a chance to get behind it at any point, you can use that guard. At this point, they can't use that guard. It's too high. The run back is, 15, 20 feet. So it'll be nice for Team Hartwell to be able to use it. So bit of a miss.
Bit of a miss. It just means your skip has to be better. If you have a run back that high, that just means that you were confident that they would make it if they needed to,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's true. Confidence is key at this game.
Yeah.
Yeah. I say bit of a miss. Like, that's still guarding what they wanted to guard. It's just a little high.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Yeah,
and
still a good shot.
Really good shot.
Especially if they run into it.
I know. They're sweeping out of the hand. This could be really, really bad news for Team Hartwell. It's going to go through, so a little bit okay, but it's
found some curl.
It did. And it's still guarding those red rocks, unfortunately. Didn't move it off the center line enough.
Yeah, so now I think peeling is the last thing you can think about. Now it's just, now we have a center guard up. Let's just guard the other side. And it looks like both draw paths are almost blocked by the corner guards. So this is going to be some creativity needed from Team Hartwell to get out of this one.
Yep, there will be. Yeah, and I think going forward at the 9 o'clock game or 1:30 game, there'll be mics on the players as well. So we'll be able to let the players do a lot of the talking in these bigger moments.
Yeah, it's always nice to be able to let the players do more of the talking, and we can just sound smart because we're just saying what they're saying.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's nice
great
to see
shot there.
Really great shot. I think they called it to be in the top 12, top 8, but there the miss is always light. And now Michelle has really, really hard time. She does think that she can draw around it, so she must not think that her corner guard is blocking that path at all. But it's going to be tight.
It's going to be in her vision. Like, she's going to have to get tight to that corner guard in order to make this shot, just with the amount of late finish. But if she can get around there, I guess that's her way to get to.
Yeah. For sure, one, if she can get around there.
Yeah,
but
lock in the one. Yeah. If she gets in there once, I think Team Hilker will just lock that down, and then she's not going to be able to get in there twice.
Yeah.
Some sort of angle raise. There we are. Let's see if the club champ Team Alberta skip can make some more magic.
They think it's close. We might see it have to curl here. She is just on that corner guard.
Yeah, it might have been just a little bit heavier than they wanted it to, and because of that, it just stayed straight. Fortunately wrecked and guarded the red rock again. So big trouble now for Team Hartwell.
Yeah, if Krysta Hilker places this perfectly, I don't know if there is a shot to score. Maybe that angle tap way out in the weeds might be it.
Yeah, I think this is the skip's dream when you can just throw guards. It means your team's doing their job and you're just trying to make sure that it doesn't get any worse.
Yep. I would love to throw guards all game. She does have to go a little bit wider, I think, than she has been, just to block off the right path. The sweepers like it. They're calling tight. I know you guys can't hear it, but that's what they're saying.
Yeah, tight is where they want it. It's curling quite a bit, though.
It
so
is
they're still hoping to take the draw path away. Hoping
Maybe
to maybe chap off and do that.
Not bad. I think the draw is still there. if I'm honest with you. Not sure if
It's
Michelle...
gonna have to curl quite a bit past the guard. Like it has to get. Well, I guess it just needs to bite the button.
Yeah. I'm gonna be blunt. I think it's the only shot. So even if it isn't there, like, I think you gotta hope that it is.
Yeah. What else is there, right?
Yeah.
Your only other option is to play some sort of angle raise, and the best in the world, their odds aren't very good to make that one. So.
Yeah.
I like Michelle's chances of making this draw if it's there.
Me too. Me too.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be close to being there. It seems to swing back quite a bit. But if nothing else, and it's not quite there, it's only a steal of 1. Whereas the angle run has to be perfect, or it's a steal of 4.
Yeah, big time. Just put it on the tee line. I think she's likely telling her outside sweeper Heather, let's make sure we get by the guard, and then let's see if you can curl it. And curl it as much as we can to get as close as we can to the center line. So we're last rock, 8th end, Michelle Hartwell, draw against 3.
And she did put a little bit more spin on it. You'll see. And they're curling it right out of the hand, almost.
It's really hanging out there.
It is.
She's
really
gonna need a
hanging out.
lot of late finish.
Oh no.
Just Rex, and that will be another steal of 3 for Team Hilker. So that now brings the score to 9-3. I think they're talking about handshakes here.
Yeah, I would agree. It looks like that is going to be the game.
Okay, and the crowd goes wild. We have some Team Hartwell or Team Hilker supporters here.
Yeah.
And that will do it for this game. Team Hilker now 1-0. They looks like they have a steal of 4 on the board, and they'll move on in their bracket onto the A side quarterfinals.
Just like that. Awesome. Thanks, Jay.
Curling Alberta's 50/50 supports grassroots curling with a jackpot of at least $50,000. I know! Brace yourself. Join us aged 18 plus in nurturing these future curling stars. Support grassroots curling with Curling Alberta.
RME and New Holland, proud sponsor of Curling Alberta's Summit of Champions. With 24 locations in Alberta, RME is your preferred CNH equipment dealer. RME, right by you.